Good morning, Devils. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All students are invited to come tour USU Eastern on February 21st. You can get half off your application fee to USU. Visit Mrs. Clay in room C30 to get a permission slip. FCCLA is doing their annual Cookie and a Crush Valogram fundraiser during lunch today and tomorrow. Buy a homemade swig, cookie, or crush soda to be sent to your Valentine for only $1. They will be delivered on Friday. Juniors, there will be an ACT prep class the last Saturday in February and the first Saturday in March to help you get ready for your March 10th ACT test. Pay $50 at the finance office to get enrolled. On Friday, there will be a Sweethearts Assembly, and don't forget, it is Valentine's Day. On Friday at 5:15, there will also be a girls' basketball game at Maple Mountain, and at 7, a boys' basketball game. Sweethearts Dance is this Saturday, and it starts at 7 p.m. It's going to be in the G-Wing Gym. My friend Tyler doesn't have anyone to ask him. Can we please have a moment of silence for Tyler? Also, don't forget, we don't have any school on Monday due to President's Day.
On Friday this week, we have our Sweethearts Assembly, which contains the Sweethearts Cake Auction, and that'll also be where we crown our FFA Sweetheart for the week, and they will know if they're getting introduced at the dance on Saturday night. The money from the cake auction goes solely to the Sub for Santa program. Just because us as FFA runs the auction, we don't actually get any of that money. We go straight to the Sub for Santa fund, and that's what we use in December. This year we were able to help 40 kids out. All those clubs that helped out, that's where their money comes from also, is that. So for every family member that's helped, we are able to give them about $60 per kid, and that's where all the money from the cake auction does go. A lot of people get really confused about an auction, so how an auction kind of works, you raise your hand and you're in. I'll start a chant, probably around $10 or something. I got 10, anybody go 20, I got 10, anybody go 29, 29, and we work our way on up until we get into the hundreds. But anytime if I see somebody in the back raise their hand, I'm like, oh, you're in. And I try to keep track. I have some helpers, we call them ringmen, that'll be watching. Usually I get Mr. Binks and Mr. Taylor to help me out on that, maybe a couple FFA kids. But they'll holler out, "Hip," and tell me where we're at. And people bid against each other, try to get the price a little bit higher because they want to get it. Some of them want to just get the price higher so that it helps out people. But anytime you raise your hand, you have little calls. People use a program. They'll have a little scratch on their face. They do, and you know what it is. That's when you call on them. And then when it's all said and done, and I sell it, they're the ones that owe that much money. So that's kind of how it works when you're auctioning. Auction is going to take place on Friday. During the assembly, we're going to have our Sweethearts contestants do an obstacle course. And then we do have the wonderful privilege of having drill and dance both dance for us while our young ladies change into their gowns. And then they'll come out and we'll auction the top 10 cakes on a live auction. And then the remaining cakes, I think there's probably going to be 6 or 7, will be on what we call a silent auction. So they'll be on a different set of tables. There'll be a paper in front of them, and you can walk over, and if you don't want to bid, raise your hand in front of the whole crowd. You can write your price on the paper, and then the next person walks up, and they can just increase the price. A lot of times on those, it'll only increase by about $1 or $5, but when we call time on that, whoever has the highest bid written down wins that cake. So those all take place right at the end of the auction, and we will have the finance ladies there to be able to take the money right at the end of the auction also. The goal that we usually shoot for when we're doing the auction and the cakes, because we want to help as many people as possible, our goal is usually around $3,000. Because if you look at that, $3,000, if we give 60 per kid, that's 50 kids we're able to help. And that's really our goal. We've been very fortunate here in Springville that it's a good group of people, and it's a good tradition that we have going, and so people really do know that that's what it goes for. So that is probably our target, about $3,000, so we can make sure to help at minimum 50 children receive Christmas.